Good afternoon.
Please take your seat.
Thank you.
Okay, introduce yourself.
My name is ASIT SADANGI. I belong to KUMAR, which is in Koraput district, and from here I completed my basic education till class 10. Then I have completed my graduation in agriculture from College of Agriculture, Bhawanipatna, in the year 2013. Then I completed my post-graduation in agricultural economics from College of Agriculture, Bhubaneswar, in the year 2019. In the same year, I got selected in IBPS Specialist Officer, and but I am right now working as an agriculture field officer in Bank of Baroda and posted in Kishanganj district, Bihar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So much of agriculture, huh?
Yes.
That means you are very much interested in agriculture and then looking for the jobs. Okay. Nice. Your native is?
Koraput district.
Koraput only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell us about the Koraput.
Koraput is a very beautiful district, ma'am, and generally it is tribal dominated district. There are so many tourist places and ecotourism potential is there, and simultaneously there are some industrial scope is also there. There is already Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL) is functioning in Sunabeda, and simultaneously NALCO, National Aluminium Company, is also functioning in Damanjodi. Similarly, Central University is situated there in Simliguda. Historic places such as the Palace of Jaipur King is also present in Jaipur. Some spiritual places such as Gupteshwar Temple, Savar Sri Kshetra is also available. Recently, Koraput coffee became famous in all over Odisha, and also it gained global recognition.
Right. Very good. So, then why the people of Koraput, most of the indigenous people or the backward sections of the population, they are economically backward? What is the reason?
Ma'am, the first thing I would say, the reason for backwardness in this district is the lack of education and awareness about the government schemes. Secondly, the non-availability of motorable road in various parts of the district. And thirdly, ma'am, the prevalent Maoist problem which hindered the progress and developmental activities in the area. These are the major things I can remember now.
Then I would like to ask you one question about the Kotia.
Yes, ma'am.
How, if by chance you are an administrator, then how you address the issue of Kotia?
Kotia is a small group of hamlets present in Potangi block. So generally this is the bordering area of Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, and we are generally seeing in news that the Andhra Pradesh government is trying to prove its presence in that area and trying to capture it and assimilate it into their state. I would try to convince the people. I would try to make awareness among the people about various government schemes. The major problem why this is happening is the disconnection of the people from the mainstream district and the government. So I would try to implement all the government schemes and motorable roads, education facilities, and all the basic necessities that are required to develop an area. So that's why the people will be more interested towards their origin, and they will be more interested towards Odisha government and being a part of Odisha.
What optionals you have kept in your written?
I have agriculture optional as my first optional and home science as my second optional.
What you know about Professor M.S. Swaminathan?
Yes, ma'am. Professor M.S. Swaminathan is a very renowned scientist in agriculture field. He has also received various awards such as Norman Borlaug Prize, and he is also the father of Green Revolution in India, ma'am.
What is White Revolution?
White Revolution is also known as Operation Flood, which is the production of milk, which refers to the production of milk.
And Blue Revolution?
Blue Revolution is right now I cannot recall, ma'am.
Okay. You know pisciculture?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Blue Revolution denotes to fisheries and pisciculture.
What are the main occupations of the tribals there in Koraput?
Ma'am, the major occupation of the tribals in Koraput district is agriculture and forestry, ma'am. They collect the forest produces and sell it in the nearby market.
Okay.
And secondly, they are also practicing agriculture in that area.
Till that they are practicing zone cultivation in that area?
Yes, ma'am. There are some patches where they are practicing Zoom cultivation. That is actually the local term is Podu Chaso, ma'am.
Yeah.
So they are practicing Podu Chaso in that area.
Do you think that Podu Chaso is disastrous for this environment?
Ma'am, there are so many facets to this. So there are pros and cons also. Since that is a hilly area and hilly terrain, so the arable land is very less in the Koraput district.
Okay.
So they have to resort to Podu Chaso to clear the forests and then cultivate in that area. And after the fertility of that land is diminishing, then they shift to another area so that the fertility will regain. So that's why they are using the Podu Chaso. So that is their ultimate resort. That's why they are going to do that. But however, environmental point of view, if we consider, then it can cause forest fires, and also it have harmful effects to the environment and air quality.
Okay, sir.
Asit,
Yes, sir.
you have been into banking
Yes, sir.
and you are also a student of agriculture
Yes, sir.
and you belong to Koraput.
Yes, sir.
Can you correlate all these three assets?
Banking, agriculture, Koraput.
Can there be a possibility of linking all these three?
Yes, sir. There is possibility of linking all these three. First thing is being an Odia and from Odisha. I know that Odisha is an agrarian state, and especially Koraput district, the people are depending upon agriculture for their livelihood. However, the major problem in agriculture in our state and specifically in Koraput district is that there is lack of institutional credit. So farmers are not able to bear the cost of cultivation. So they have to borrow money from the money lenders and non-institutional lenders. So if bank is present in that, although there are so many banks present in Koraput district, but due to its remote terrain, the availability of institutional credit is less. So by using the bank's credit facility, we can improve the agricultural scenario in that area.
You are a student of agriculture and you are still into agriculture course through banks. How many varieties are there? How many rice varieties are there that Koraput can boast of?
Sir, there are so many indigenous varieties. I cannot exactly recall
There
the
is a
number.
number. There is a number.
Sir, may I take a guess?
Yes.
Sir, around 35 to 40 varieties.
42.
Yes.
Swaminathan Institute is still working on this.
Yes.
And why are you now thinking of jumping from a profession, from agriculture to governance?
Sir, I am passionate about civil services because there are majorly three reasons. Firstly, I will feel immensely satisfied if I join civil services and do something good for the people at the ground level. Secondly, sir, civil services gives a leadership position and decision making position at a very younger age. And thirdly, sir, civil services provides the larger and wider exposure of working in a for the careers. That's why I am joining civil services and switching from banking job.
So you don't have any interest in banking now?
No, it's not like I am not satisfied or not interested in banking job, but what I like to say that banking job is kind of monotonous and I have to do the same work at the end of the day, and I have the narrow scope for my career opportunities and less exposure towards the various section of the society. So if I join the civil services, there will be diversity of works I have to deal with, and there will be this scope to connect with the people at the ground level and do something for them, which is lacking in the banking services. Sir.
Okay. Given a chance, the same designation with the same ability, with the same bank, you are posted to Koraput. And also the other way is that you have been posted as a DDO or Tahsildar from this UPSC in Koraput. what would be your preference?
I would be happier to join as a BDO in Koraput district, sir, rather than a banker.
Okay. Last question. If you have been transferred from Kishanganj to Koraput, would you come?
Pardon me, sir. Can you please repeat?
From Kishanganj to Koraput, if you are transferred, would you join?
Yes, sir. Definitely, I would join. Koraput is my home district, and if I get a chance to serve the people of Koraput by any means, then I will be happier.
Okay. If the government, the videos is given, then that would be more better.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Ashit. So how many years you have spent in your banking job?
Ma'am, it's almost 3 years and 3 months now.
Now in Bihar.
Yes, ma'am.
So you were one agricultural scientist. So in Odisha, what is the contribution of agriculture to the GDP of Odisha?
Ma'am, exactly I am not recalling this figure, but I know what is the contribution of agriculture in country's GDP. So I can take a guess for this one. I think it's around 40 to 50% of Odisha's GDP.
No, you didn't got my question. My question is, what is the contribution of agriculture to the GDP of Odisha in terms of percentage? Suppose I will tell you in services sector, it's 40% contribution to GDP.
Yes.
In industry sector, it is 40%. Then
In agriculture?
Around 20%.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
So
Yes, please take.
it is nice that you know more about Koraput, but suppose you have placed in Western Odisha. Have you ever visited Western Odisha?
Yes, ma'am. I was studying my undergraduation, my BSc in agriculture from Bhawanipatna, which is in Kalahandi district. So, which is a part of Western Odisha, and I have also visited the nearby districts also while I was studying there. So,
Okay.
I know the culture, I know the people, I know the language. So, it is. a
So
very good-
area-wise, you do not have, you won't face any problems area-wise. Language-wise,
No, ma'am, I don't have any problem regarding the language since I have
Language
spent
also.
4 years in Bhawanipatna.
okay.
So I am well aware about the language. I can
Language
understand
also.
and also to some extent I can speak the language.
So, if a board will ask you about something about Odisha's geography or its culture, or they want to ask about the historical background of Odisha or Bhubaneswar or your district, then are you prepared well yourself relating to this GK aspect?
Yes, ma'am. To quite extent I have prepared and I
Okay.
need to brush up some things also.
Okay, are you aware about the government schemes and plans and programs introduced recently,
Yes, ma'am.
and also the technological aspects?
Yes, ma'am.
That is, all that thing you have to inculcate. Okay,
Okay.
and prepare well. No one knows what questions you will get,
Yes, ma'am.
but whatever you answer, you answer very confidently.
Yes, ma'am.
You are confident enough, no problem. And one thing you have missed to tell, that you are working in Bank of Baroda.
Yes, ma'am.
So financial inclusion is there
Yes, ma'am.
to uplift the poorest of the poor.
Yes, ma'am.
To the first question.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, yes, sir.
So that aspect you remember. It is not that bank is only providing the this deposit and
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
withdrawal, but also they are also involved themselves in CSR activities.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And financial inclusion is now there are so many social activities they are taking
One
up.
more thing, ma'am. Sorry,
Yeah.
doctor.
No.
Banking ombudsman.
Yes, sir.
In your district, in the locality to which you represent, undivided Koraput, the banking correspondent are more important
Yes, sir.
than having ATMs.
Yes, sir.
So emphasize that
Yeah.
digital banking,
Yes.
second aspect, third aspect, what ma'am has told, financial inclusion.
Yes, sir.
Always expect questions on that.
Yes, sir.
You have an added advantage of getting questions from bank.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget NABARD.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
NABARD's contribution to the agriculture.
Yes, sir.
And remember 10 to 15 schemes of government of Odisha that are presently for being taken up for the agriculture department. And remember the department's name. It's now agriculture and farmers empowerment. Remember that the name has been changed because agriculture is a very vast subject, and you belong to Koraput district. You will definitely expect question from shifting cultivation.
Yes,
Definitely.
So prepare yourself well.
Otherwise, everything is okay.
Your approach is good.
Very good, and you are already into service. And one more question: can you correlate Koraput with Kishanganj? The similarities, the differences,
Yes.
the cultures, the dietary habits, the dressing pattern.
yes. Sir, I would like to say that the climate is quite similar. Like Koraput Koraput has a cooler climate. It's colder climate, and in summer also it feels like it is not that much temperature is there. So the similar climate is available in Kishanganj. Since the Kishanganj is the bordering district, the adjacent district is West Bengal's Darjeeling district. That's why the climate is quite cool there also. Secondly, there are plantation crops they are taking up in Kishanganj along with rice and along with paddy and maize. So similarly in Koraput also the coffee has grown as a plantation crop, and there they are cultivating tea. So these are the similarities. Secondly, regarding the food habits, Odisha and Bihar shares the similar food habits. They are also the rice is also their staple food, and similarly they are also having rotis also. And the same pattern we are following in Odisha and in also Koraput also. There are quite similarity in these two districts.
And culturally?
Culturally, if we say there are some differences are there. Kishanganj district there are some tribal population, and but Koraput is thickly populated with tribal population. So Koraput's culture is influenced by tribal.
This is the difference. This is the similarity.
Yes, sir.
This is the similarity, and that is the difference.
Yes, sir.
Because you have the tribal feelings
Yes, sir.
at both the districts.
Yes, sir.
Maybe there are more in Koraput and lesser number in
Kishanganj.
Yes.
but the relatedness is there.
Yes, sir.
So you are very comfortable there, and you always feel at home. While not at the Koraput also.
Okay, ma'am.
ASIT, the GDP of agriculture to Odisha's economy is 20%. Then could you tell in India what is the contribution of agriculture also to India's economy?
Ma'am, it's around 17%.
Okay. In Odisha, 70 to 75% people still they are depending as their livelihood on agriculture. But its contribution to GDP, if we compare with the state like our neighboring state Andhra and also Punjab and Haryana, it's very less. So government providing so much of initiative in terms of providing the subsidized loan and agriculture seeds also in setting up the seed banks, and also some sort of money in terms of in Kaliya Yojana like that. Still we are not in a condition just producing a higher productivity, raising the productivity and the economic status of our farmers at large. So what are the major challenges you look being one agricultural scientist in Odisha?
The challenges you have mentioned here, there are so many reasons to that. The first reason is the type of agriculture we are pursuing in Odisha is substantial type. It is not commercial type of agriculture. The farmers are cultivating their field and producing crops just to survive their family needs, just to meet their family needs only, and it is not the commercial in nature. Secondly, ma'am, crop diversification is not adopted in Odisha. Generally, we are cultivating only rice in one field, or in winters we are only doing vegetables. There could be there is scope of crop diversification. Third thing is, ma'am, irrigation facility is not properly available in Odisha. There are some districts with rivers, where the irrigation facility is available, but most of the area are not covered under micro irrigation projects and irrigation projects. Third thing is, ma'am, the credit facility is not properly available in all the areas. People are still not aware of various government schemes and various institutional credit facilities. That's why government has also launched that Balaram scheme, the Bhumihina agriculturist loan and resource augmentation model. So by this we can also incorporate the financial institutions along with farmers. Another major problem is that although we are producing more in quantity, the marketing infrastructure and post-harvest infrastructure is not that much developed in Odisha compared to the neighboring states. So generally there are less number of storage facilities, less number of processing units, and the forward and backward linkage is not available in Odisha. So that's why these are the major problems what I encountered.
You are one banker in Baroda, Bank of Baroda. You also know, you tell that there is to shortage of the institutional credit system to the farmers staying in the rural packages, pockets of Odisha. So they are not getting to invest the right amount of money at the time of cultivation. That is also one major problem. So it is also seen that the banks without collateral guarantee, without giving some mortgages, they are not also sanctioning money to the farmers, even if bank branches are available there and the farmers time and again going and knocking the doors of the banks. So being a banker, what you will suggest for Government of Odisha Finance Department to impose some sort of I think regulatory to make it mandatory to finance to the farmers or for setting up any livelihood for enterprises also, not 100% insisting for collateral security.
Ma'am, the financing system without collateral already exists in our country in various banks. The government of India has launched Kisan Credit Card program by which the farmer can take up credit loans for agriculture activities. So in this Kisan Credit Card, up to 1.6 lakhs, I mean 1,60,000 rupees amount can be given as credit facility to a farmer by producing their land records only. They have to only provide the copy of that land records. Original records they don't have to produce. And by providing this, they are proving that they are farmers. So by this we can provide them loans.
Okay, ASIT, suppose some farmers, they are really farmers, but they do not have the land records in their name. And they, what we might call them as pagachasage.
Yes,
because the land belongs to other person, they are the really farmers and real cultivators. But in that case, how they will go and take the facility of the loan from the bank?
Odisha government has launched that Balaram scheme, which I have just mentioned.
But what is the amount? Is there any ceiling amount of giving the money in Balaram scheme? What is the amount?
Balaram scheme, in Balaram scheme, generally they are targeting the sharecroppers and landless farmers. So it is formed by a JLG, Joint Liability Group, and in this group they are providing loans. And I am not aware of the exact amount, ma'am, but I can take a guess. It is around 20,000, I think, per person.
What is your view on the integrated farming in Odisha? How it can be practiced throughout Odisha in order to make the status of the farmers to enhance one?
Integrated farming system is a very innovative technology in agriculture. In integrated farming system, with the same piece of land, and a farmer can cultivate or practice various types of enterprises in the same land. Integrated farming system, in integrated farming system, along with the field crops, one can also take up fisheries or piggery or goatery, and simultaneously mushroom cultivations and other type of cultivations can be done by integrated farming system. There are various models of integrated farming system where there is a pond in the place where the fisheries can be grown. and above that a structure can be thrown where the poultries can be done, and the bond of the pond plantations can be done. These are some types
Then
of
how it is different than mixed farming?
mixed farming. Mixed farming is also.
It's one integrated farming and mixed farming is one, or something integrated is having a broader something.
Right now I'm unable to recall this name.
Both are the same. The degree and the extent is much more comfortable for the integrated.
What are your hobbies, Joshi?
Ma'am, I write Odia stories in my free time.
Which story have one lasting impression on you, attracted you most?
I did not get the question.
Which story in Odia have inspired you?
Ma'am, there are various stories that have inspired me.
Like?
During my student time, I have studied various stories during my textbooks and also from various Odia magazines from like Katha and Kadambini.
Yes.
But
Kadambini, who is the editor of Kadambini?
Ma'am, Srimati Iti Samant is editor of Kadambini.
That is a women related issues mostly.
No ma'am, there is also some literature section is
Stories are
also
there.
there. Yes ma'am.
Okay. Then, how do you feel, Asit? This is your first interview
Yes ma'am, this is my first interview in civil services.
and first attempt,
No ma'am, it is my second attempt.
second attempt. How do you feel now?
Ma'am, quite okay. Yes
When
ma'am,
the
quite
date of your interview?
21st September.
21st. So, Asit, you are a very prospective and very wonderful element for OPSC. The board members would like you like intelligent and a bright student to enter into the domain of Odisha administration. They will ask the question definitely as you have a different agriculture and you also joined in the bank, and what fascinated you to opt for the administrative services. Definitely we got some questions, and be prepared for your home district core effort. Completely maximum number of questions may come from the tribal related questions, their lifestyle, their economic, what are the schemes relating from the Odisha government, and the geography, topography and climate of the core effort, and relating some questions may come relating to your banks also, Bank of Baroda, whether it's in profit side or what is its balance, so you could answer in a better way. And your hobbies also may get some questions. Actually your expression is very good, your communication skill and fluency, composition of the art answers and articulations of the answer are really good. It's also, I think, have a good impression. It will bring one good impression from the board members. Your sitting posture is good. I think there is nothing where you have lagging behind to be one prospective student. So I wish all the best. Any question from your side?
Ma'am, regarding the hobby, I am writing in Odia and I have also won 2 awards, one from Katha and
That you write their special achievement, have you written?
Yes ma'am, I have written in the CIF form. Actually they asked me to submit the attestation form and there is no space for that.
Anyway, achievements column is there, there you write that, okay?
Yes ma'am.
They might ask question, could you tell some of your works written your own stories, name maybe few lines, what are the messages that you want to give to the society, or it's fictional, completely fictional in nature. So,
Or
make it
whom short stories you like most?
Yes ma'am. Sri Manoj Das and
Just I was guessing that you will tell Manoj Das.
And then if
So-
you will tell Manoj Das, a little bit also
You
prepared
know.
on the major works of the Manoj
Manoj
Das.
Das,
Samudrara, Tule Tule Kitire Tire.
There are
So many works are there, Manoj Das, and have a also little bit knowledge on the biography of Manoj Das.
And some Oriya writers, famous Oriya writers, story writers, specifically since you are writing story.
yes ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
But ma'am, after I shifted to Bihar, but I got very less chance to read any Odia stories, so that's why I am not updated these days. So what
Update
could be
yourself.
done?
Ashit, just in this year
You
2022.
are now in a state where all the story writing elements that are there with you while you are in
Yes,
Odisha
sir.
would definitely be more vibrant there, because you will be getting newer plots there,
Yes, sir.
newer backgrounds, newer setups, newer
Maybe,
ambience.
maybe the board will ask you about the awards also relating to the stories, novels, Odia writers.
Yes, sir.
That you remember, okay?
And regarding that work experience, sir, what are other questions I can expect from the board members?
You are now in a position you can be you can be bold like questions. You are from agriculture, you are from banking, you are from Koraput, and you are working outside Odisha.
Yes, sir.
So the concept of exporting all those new things that are there in the Kishanganj could be a possibility.
Yes, sir.
And go through all these schemes, related schemes, including Kadia, Bola, whatever there are.
Yes, sir.
And also remember expansion of those.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.